Is there a Valentine's song?
I don't think so.
What should we...
Valentine's song? I don't think so.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
To you.
Oh, to you.
I said happy Valentine's.
To you.
Run, girl. Make it run. Yeah. Happy
Valentine's Day to you.
Happy
motherfucking Valentine's Day to you. That was so bad.
Think about someone who has changed your life for the better. How incredible would it be if your company could find more of those life-changing people right when you need them? If you're hiring, you need Indeed. Indeed is the hiring platform where you can attract, interview, and hire all in one place. Don't spend hours on multiple job sites looking for candidates with the right skills when you can do it all with Indeed. Find top talent fast with Indeed's suite of powerful hiring tools like Indeed Instant Match, assessments, and virtual interviews. Indeed knows when you're growing your own business, you have to make every dollar count. That's why with Indeed, you only pay for quality applications that match your must-have job requirements. Visit Indeed.com/advice to start hiring now. Just go to Indeed.com/advice. Indeed.com/advice. Terms and conditions apply. Cost per application pricing not available for everyone. Need to hire? You need Indeed.
That was so bad. To paint a picture for you guys, I'm wearing rose-colored glasses. Taryn's wearing heart glasses because this is our Valentine's Day episode.
Valentine's. You know what's funny? We tried to get guests.
Yeah, we were like, you know what? How fun would it be to have other people to talk about love and dating with?
Yeah. Well, we thought guys because we thought it'd be a fun thing.
Yeah.
But then we either got no responses or out of town.
Yeah.
And then me and Ash were like, you know what? We have plenty of experience in this and we're fine.
We sure do. We sure do. So happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's
you
Day.
Little lovers out there.
I was going to say I do have a fun fact.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Okay. Did you, oops, I closed. Okay. Did you know candy hearts were originally medical lozenges?
Really?
Yeah. A Boston pharmacist in 1847 invented a machine that simplified the lozenge process, resulting in the first candy-making machine. After identifying the opportunity to revolutionize the candy business, then he shifted his focus into producing
candy
hearts.
Wow. Hot take. I don't like candy hearts.
I hate them.
They're not great.
I hate you, Boston pharmacist.
I love any Valentine's Day candy. It needs to be chocolate. Yeah. I don't really care for any of the other stuff. I'm not a fan.
No, it's too chalky.
It's too chalky. I agree.
I
and
do
just
think
not
they're
great.
Cute. Aesthetically,
adorable.
Cutest Valentine's candy. And I remember you used to give your crush one and you'd be like, kiss me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know?
Welcome back to the pod, guys. I'm Ashley. That's Taryne.
Yep.
We're so excited to be here. And we have a very fun, extra fun Valentine's Day episode for you guys. We got some of your guys' fun stories to share. We have our own stories to share. Yeah. Love is wow.
Love the air.
Love is a lot.
Actually, love is not really in the air.
Yeah. I agree with that statement.
Because actually, so we released it sounds so official.
Our album drops.
We dropped our album on Instagram stories. We did on UA's, on Ash's and mine. We did a series
questionnaire.
Yeah. And some of them I was genuinely shocked by.
Yeah. It was really good.
Let's pull up. Our first one we'll do asking if people were currently single, dating, or married. Mm-hmm. I'll read the results of mine and then you read yours.
Okay.
Mine, single, was 53%. What was yours?
Mine was 51%.
Oh my gosh. And then dating was 32.
Mine was 35.
And then married was only 15%.
Mine was 14. Wow, very spot on.
Super similar.
Very similar.
I don't know why I was kind of shocked by that.
I'm not. I feel like most of the people I know
Are single?
are single. Yeah.
I feel like everyone I know is like at least dating someone.
Well, I guess my closer circle, there's a lot of dating, but definitely I think still more single in my life, which is how it's always been since I moved to LA. I feel like everyone in LA. I know so many amazing single girls in LA. It is the craziest thing. It's like a phenomenon.
And it makes you feel, I mean, when you are single and you start to be like, is something wrong with me? Then you look at like all the other like amazing single people and you're like, no.
I just take a quick glance at my friends and I'm like, nope. It's not our problem. It's not an us problem.
No. The other one was we asked who has a Valentine. This one was a lot closer. Mine was 55% said no and 45 said yes.
Whoa, exactly the same.
Shut up.
55% said no, 45 said yes, they do.
That's very interesting. Watch just all the same people voted in yours and mine.
I know. I mean, it's roughly 50-50.
Yeah.
So,
do you have a Valentine, Ash?
I sure do.
Do you guys got plans?
Hot stud of a Valentine.
Who's planning it?
Well, this is going to be different. One of our friends is getting married in Africa, and we are spending Valentine's Day in Africa.
I didn't realize that was okay.
So
that's so fun though.
It is so fun. We don't really know what we're going to do. We're probably going to like sneak away and like go get a drink somewhere and just like cheers to us. But we'll be in a different country, so that's fun. Because
you've been together officially a year. Mm-hmm. The first Valentine's Day, did you guys hang out and like do like a special date?
Yes, I put on a dress. He bought me flowers. We went out to dinner, and it was so much fun. So this is fun in that it's different from what it was last year.
Yeah,
like
now
very
it's like,
different.
oh, we're so comfortable together.
Yeah.
I do not have a Valentine, but I'm open.
Perfect.
So I'll be
For
taking
business.
applications. DM me. Whatever you got to do.
It's not too late.
Hot older brothers. I'm open to like a Skype date.
Skype? Zoom?
FaceTime.
Who Skypes anymore?
What are the other like? What's that one app where you talk to international?
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp me.
WhatsApp me.
Basically, I'm not picky. I'll take any platform. Just kidding. But I love Valentine's Day.
She does more than me.
Always been obsessed, and people always find that shocking. But I just love, and I love like the hearts and candies. And
actually, the first time we really hung out as friends was on Valentine's Day. We were single together, and we were like, let's do something. So we ended up hanging out and coming out to LA for the day. Fun fact. But I've never loved Valentine's Day. Once you like leave elementary school, it's not fun. Like elementary, middle school, it's not fun unless you're dating someone, for me personally. And I spent the majority of my life until literally like last year single on Valentine's Day. So I grew to like not care for it whatsoever. I would always take myself out to a really nice dinner and have a couple extra glasses of wine.
Yeah. V-Day. V-Day is the best. Okay, let's freaking get into it because we asked those two polls. Then we asked your worst first date. And I loved these responses. Some of them like genuinely got me. Should we start by telling our worst first dates or should we read?
I think we read.
Okay, let's read theirs first. Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay. This one was funny. He paid for absolutely everything. And then after, he asked me to Venmo him.
Dear God.
I think that's weird.
That's so funny. Actually, a friend of mine just went on a date and this wasn't a poll. A friend of ours just went on a date. She posted this on our close stories. It was hilarious. First date with this guy and he says, well, I guess I'll get the first round even though I'm unemployed.
So what are you supposed to do with that? Like, exactly. What are you supposed to, then don't either just... I feel like just be upfront and be like, hey, are you good to split? Yeah.
Whoever asks the other person out, it's assumed that you're paying.
Yeah, I think so. If you
say, guy or girl, it doesn't matter. If you initiate, it's understood that you are willing to pay for it.
I think so.
The
It
I'm
is
unemployed
rare, though.
comment blew my
No,
mind.
it's so awkward. I had one time, we went to this one restaurant and then the line was really long. And so he was like, oh, I know of this place. So we go. It's this like tiny Italian restaurant. So cute. Everyone, apparently like his family is friends with the people that like own it. So he was like, I mean, but we walked in, it was like he was famous, right? Everyone's like saying what's up. When they come to order, like he was like, he took the lead and like ordered for us, which I was
love
like,
that.
okay.
That's always so hot.
And ordered like all these appetizers. Like the dessert was one you had to put in. It took 45 minutes. So he put the dessert in, like wine, all this stuff, right? So then we get the check. And I always will offer because I feel like that's polite. But also in my mind, I'm like you took the lead and like
You ordered all
this
that food.
You know all these people, like you're flexing majorly right now. And he goes, oh yeah, that's cool. And like splits. It was so expensive. And I was just like, kind of like
need the dessert or the 20 appetizers.
Yeah, but it just was a weird, like the way, and that's what I think is weird about this one, because you front like, oh yeah, let me pay, and then afterwards you're like, can you Venmo me $80?
Yeah. Here's this one. She writes, our meetup spot was an hour away, so I let him pick me up, but then he wouldn't take me home.
So what? She had what? That's so
he picked
awkward.
her up and then wouldn't take her home.
So she had to like Uber home.
She
That's
had
so
to like
expensive.
get a ride. Hour? Yeah, an hour away.
Oh my gosh.
But then don't offer to pick her up.
No. What is wrong with people?
It's a lack of communication here. Like if you want someone to split the bill, that should be said up front. If you can't take her home, that should be said up front.
You know what I wonder is if like they weren't feeling it, so then at the end
they were like, "Okay, bye," but then it's too late.
No, it's too late. Like you gotta eat it. You gotta
take her home.
Take the L. You know. Okay, this one's so sad and my worst nightmare. It was a double date, but the other guy bailed, and the girl still came, and my date ended up liking her more. I feel like so sad for you.
I feel like that was on an episode of Friends.
Probably.
Where they switch, or was it How I Met Your Mother? I can't remember, but there was definitely a sitcom episode with a very similar situation, and that's so unfortunate.
So rough. That's so rough.
Here's one. My boyfriend's ex was our waitress at a restaurant we went to on a date night.
Shut up. How did he not know she worked there?
I mean,
did he do it on purpose?
But here's the thing. I think something that's hard for us as we live in big cities, in small towns, I bet this happens often.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
I still would, like, unless there's literally one restaurant you can go to, I would avoid it if I knew.
Right.
So maybe he must not have known. Didn't know.
Yeah.
Or that was his move to be like, F you to the ex, you know?
True.
Okay, this one is for worst first date, but I don't understand because she said he brought several lightsabers. Hello. That would be my dream.
Yeah.
But
can you send his contact info to Taryne?
What's the context? Like, did he just whip them out? Was he wearing them? Because that could get weird.
It does get weird.
I mean, I leave my lightsabers at home. That's my like fourth date.
Yeah, for sure. You got to ease them into it. This girl writes, this guy picks me up and takes me on a long drive, and we end up parking in a dark parking lot next to a forest because all he wanted to do was bang.
A dark parking lot by the forest? No, I would have been running.
Nope. That's also / you could end up dead. So run.
Well, on
that's a horrible first date.
Yeah, no.
That's a horrible first date.
Maybe like drive up to like where you could see
a
city
view,
lights,
but definitely where there's people
by a forest. No.
Yeah.
No. Okay, this one says my date got stabbed and I had to drive his bleeding arse back to the house and call 911.
Oh my God.
How do you get stabbed?
Oh my God.
How did he get stabbed? Why? What happened?
So many questions. He took me to Hollywood, brought paper-bagged vodka and beers for us, and refused to buy us food.
Okay. So he just said, here, drink this alcohol.
A night out in Hollywood, here's a ton of alcohol and no food to get you through that.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that seems very
bottled vodka and beer that's a vodka? And food? In a paper bag?
It's a weird move.
Sure.
It's
very
a
weird.
move.
Very
I
weird.
can't see in these. I have to put
Yeah, I was just going to say I'm having a hard time.
Yeah.
Everything looks blue now.
It's too dark. Okay, I think this one's funny though. We were supposed to go for a walk, but instead he took me to Best Buy and we walked on the treadmills for 30 minutes. I feel like that's good though.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that funny? Like,
yeah.
oh, let's go for a walk and then you go walk on a treadmill. I feel like with my humor, I would have thought that was like really clever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. This girl wrote, went to a hockey game with a guy. He ended up yelling insults at the refs and got kicked out.
Woof.
On a first date.
Woof. Honestly, though, I feel like that's
the question is, if you liked him, did you leave with him or did you stay because he was weird?
Also, what team was playing? That would determine a lot. But
also, how far into the game are you? Was this early on? Was this like at a heated moment where it kind of makes sense, you know?
But I feel like you can tell a lot about someone and how they react in circumstances. Like, I can't imagine myself dating someone who would be yelling that violently at someone else.
Exactly. Like, I imagine any game you've been to, the audience is all yelling at the refs, at the players, like at everyone. But getting picked out of the audience and asked to leave, not only asked, then kicked out, like you were doing something pretty intense.
That's aggressive.
Yeah.
He's aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
I would. Think about someone who has changed your life for the better. How incredible would it be if your company could find more of those life-changing people right when you need them? If you're hiring, you need Indeed. Indeed is the hiring platform where you can attract, interview, and hire all in one place. Don't spend hours on multiple job sites looking for candidates with the right skills when you can do it all with Indeed. Find top talent fast with Indeed's suite of powerful hiring tools like Indeed Instant Match, assessments, and virtual interviews. Hate waiting? Indeed's US data shows over 80% of Indeed employers find quality candidates whose resume on Indeed matches their job description the moment they sponsor a job. One of the things I love is that candidates you invite to apply through Instant Match are 3 times more likely to apply to your job than candidates who only see it in search, according to US Indeed data. Join over 3 million businesses worldwide using Indeed to hire great talent fast. Indeed knows when you're growing your own business, you have to make every dollar count. That's why with Indeed, you only pay for quality applications that match your must-have job requirements. Visit Indeed.com/advice to start hiring now. Just go to Indeed.com/advice. Indeed.com/advice. Terms and conditions apply. Cost per application pricing not available for everyone. Need to hire? You need Indeed. So let's share ours, Ash.
Okay.
So mine, well, I really haven't had a ton of first dates. Like, even like the guy I dated for years, I don't even remember our first like date. We just were like friends and it turned into it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there was one that I can remember, and he was this like baseball player and he was going out of town. So we were like rushing to hang out before he left.
Uh-huh.
So we said we were going to meet up at a Starbucks at night, and I picked the location because it was in between the two of us. I did not, however, do the research to see that it wasn't like a indoor Starbucks. It was one of those just
outside
drive-through.
Yeah.
Like no tables outside, nothing. So we get there and I'm like, oh, this is so awkward. So then he was like, well, why don't we just like sit in the car and talk? And I was like, we can sit in my car and talk because of course I'm not going to get in someone else's car because I'm convinced everyone's a murderer. So we get in my car, and I've talked about it before. Like, I have weapons like stashed in my car just in case I get thrown in the backseat of my own car. But I had my knife in like the console thing on the side, and it was like open and ready just in case, because you never know. It's nighttime. So we're talking. It was like a great conversation, and then all of a sudden he's talking, and then he just stops and like is staring at me really weird. But it wasn't like a cute, like he was just like taken away by my beauty. It was like it was like he went blank and he was just staring at me, but mid-sentence. And it was to the point where I was like, is he having a seizure? Like, I wasn't sure. But I'm like staring at him and his face just went kind of like dead. And then while he's still just like staring at me, he starts reaching in his pocket. So I reach down and I have like my hand on the knife because I'm like ready. Like, let's freaking go then, you know? And then all of a sudden he just like snapped out of it and kept talking and didn't even acknowledge the like long, awkward, just like whatever. But I was convinced like he was going to attack me. And I almost stabbed a man. But it didn't work out for us. But he's living somewhere and I'm not in jail. So ended up okay.
Win-win.
But it was I genuinely like thought I was going to get attacked. It was the weirdest thing in the world.
Oh my God.
So weird. That was a weird one.
I haven't had many weird first dates. I feel like I've been pretty lucky in the first date category. The worst one I ever had was with this guy. We were chatting for a little bit. We meet up and he was significantly shorter than me. And I do make it a point to wear like not my biggest heels on a first date just in case. And I could kind of tell through the photos he wasn't that tall. But he was very short, definitely shorter and just super quiet. And I'm already quiet. So it took a lot of me to like keep the conversation going. So it wasn't great.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
We all know him at my house.
I was really rooting for him too.
Should we move on to best dates?
Yes. Okay.
I have a great one.
Go for it.
They wrote, best first date, helicopter ride over Malibu with champagne and my favorite dessert waiting at the top. It doesn't get much better than that.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yep.
A helicopter ride.
Helicopter ride.
Some of these I love because they're so just like basic.
Yeah.
But also, because I think like guys think like we all are thinking like that, right? Like we're like, we want this big epic, but we just want like thought put into it and like something that's like whatever. So this one's like sunset motorcycle ride to get Mexican food on a Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah.
Like honestly, my dream.
Oh, 100%.
Amazing.
This one says tacos on a rooftop in downtown LA during sunset.
Oh, cute.
Like that's a beautiful view, easy food, like solid.
Yeah. Okay, this one says laser tag. Don't knock it till you try it. We had a blast. I
love
think
laser
that's
tag.
I love laser tag. I would. And
I did laser tag. It wasn't a first date, but it was like my first time meeting his friends, and it was so much fun. Great for people like me who have a hard time talking like right off the bat.
And I think it sets like a tone of like you're a fun person, like you like doing activities. Like I don't know. I would really like that.
Mm-hmm. This one says, she goes, first of all, backstory, I'm in Hawaii. We were in Hawaii. We had brunch in Hawaii and then hiked afterwards. So it does help that she was in like a very beautiful place. But brunch and a hike sounds great.
Sounds amazing. This one cracked me up. So best date. First time he paid for anything, not me. I get it.
Sure. This one says, took me to a bookstore and bought me all the books that I wanted.
Ooh.
That's fun. I love how fun and different that is.
Ugh, jealous. Took me to watch Star Wars with a live symphony. I would die. I feel like that's cute too when you can tell like the guy will do something you've talked about. Like for me, if like they had heard me talk about, oh, she's a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
And then took me to go see Star Wars with a live orchestra or whatever, then I'd be like, okay, wow. Like checking all the boxes, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Cute.
This one says sunset cruise around the harbor.
Oh, that's cute.
That's beautiful.
Sunset cruise. Like little Duffy boat or like they went on a cruise? Well, obviously we don't know that, but either one's fun.
Huh.
That would be fun.
Yeah. I guess it doesn't matter.
I love
either
Duffy
way.
boats.
I love an activity.
Yeah. Oh, this one's cute. Boyfriend filled our entire house with balloons. They were everywhere. And not for IG, just for us.
Oh,
that's cute.
That's cute.
Really cute.
The not for IG part is...
Yeah. Also, balloons are like, when you're in a room where it's like full, it's very like shocking. And then you can just like run around and like kick them.
And play with them, yeah.
It's cute.
Last one, they wrote, went to the River of Lights at our New Mexico Botanical Gardens. It's a beautiful light display.
Ooh.
That's so fun. I love like that for like a Christmas date.
Yeah,
Whenever
yeah.
there's like some place with tons of lights, just
Yeah.
going and sitting and getting a drink or cider or
Yeah.
hot chocolate or something and just sitting in it. Ugh, magical.
Twinkle lights, stars, all the stuff.
What's your best date, Taryne?
Oh, okay. I think I've talked about it on here before. This one was really cute. So I've talked about how me and my ex had month anniversaries. So like every month we would like plan a date just so it was like one day a month we were being intentional. And one of his, I showed up to his house because he said we were going like to a restaurant. And when I opened the door, Brett, who I like was significant, we were younger. So he was like standing at the door in like a button up white shirt, Brett, my brother. And he had like a towel draped over his arm. And he was like, welcome. He like welcomed me. And I was like, what is going on? And then he walked me to like the backyard. And my ex had like the entire yard was covered in twinkle lights. And there was like this table set up. And it was Brett, so my brother, and then one of our friends were like dressed as waiters and they were like serving us. And then he had also set up like a movie theater against the garage and had like my favorite movie, and then there was like popcorn and snacks.
That's so cute.
So it was just like, it was so like, I could tell he spent so much time and effort on it, and it was just like perfect. I melted.
Ugh,
It was
that's
so
adorable. My favorite was one of my exes just surprised me and was like, get dressed, like put on a jacket. We're going somewhere. And I get in the car and there's this bag on the back and it's zipped up, so I can't really see what it is. I was in Riverside at the time, so it doesn't sound as far. It's not as far as it sounds, but we drove all the way to Joshua Tree. And by the time we get there, it's like super dark because it was late during the day. We go over to Jumbo Rocks and he pulls out a picnic and we sit on the Jumbo Rock, and there was a meteor shower that night.
Oh my
And we just like watch an insane like star show.
Yeah.
And one of the craziest shooting stars I've ever seen in my life like came across and had this long green tail, and I can like still see it. It was
so
incredible. It was so much fun. And just like,
cute.
I think it was mostly like the spontaneity of it
Yeah.
is what made it extra special. Because
Yeah.
I had no idea, little things like that.
I love that. That's cool. That's a really cool one. That's a really cool one. Then we asked for deal breakers. I originally, when I was thinking deal breakers, I was thinking like what you want, like something you want and you're not willing to compromise. Like my deal breaker is I want to have kids. So if a guy says he doesn't want to have kids, then like that's a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
But mostly everyone just put like the stuff that just makes them
That's
like
annoying.
not want to date
Yeah.
people. And then we also asked for biggest turn off. So we're just going to kind of group those together.
Yeah.
These cracked me up, and I think it's always interesting because when someone says like a pet peeve or a turnoff, for it to be your number one turnoff, you have to have had like a lot of experience with it.
Yeah.
And I was shocked by how many people said bad hygiene.
Yeah. I actually saw that too. And I was like, on a date?
Yeah, and
That's
specifically
crazy.
like when they smell.
Isn't
I'm like,
that when you like shower the hardest?
Exactly. Like who is showing up to a date smelling?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's so weird to me. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Sneakers and skinny jeans.
cockiness and self-promotion.
Ooh, yeah, that would be one for me. Lots of smoking. This one I really wish we had backstory. Thinking he is a dog. Like the animal. What does that mean? What does that look like?
Got out of there safely. Rude to wait staff, which I 100% agree.
Ooh, yeah,
that is
honestly,
a red flag.
Same. Okay. Hateful opinions and judgments about others. I feel like I've experienced that where they're just everything they say is so negative and like talking crap on everything and nothing's good enough. And I always am like, well, you sound like a delight.
Oh, 100%.
Also, like, what kind of flex is that? Like, what do you think that's doing to me? Internally.
This person wrote, when they are dry. Like,
like no
personality. Which I completely, that's rough.
A lot of these are very similar. Like, a bunch of these are different ways of saying like rude to people, no sense of humor, bad smell, mansplaining.
Yeah, mansplaining, no thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
This person wrote chewing loudly, which
yeah,
that gets under my skin. That is like that's one of my pet peeves. And I understand it happens sometimes here and there, but when it's continual throughout the entire night and you're at dinner together and you're watching them / hearing it, I can't.
No, that's gross.
I can't.
That's gross.
Oof.
Telling me how much money they have as a first conversation topic.
Oof.
That's
Ew.
weird.
Ew.
That's weird.
I hate that.
Wait, do you have your biggest turnoff?
I think my biggest turnoff is when everything's just about them.
Yeah.
When they cannot ask me a single question.
Yes.
Like when everything turns back to a story they have or their job or like about them. Like
yes.
We're having a conversation about something and it somehow, when it's his turn to talk, turns into his story.
Yeah.
And he doesn't ask me about me or anyone else. It doesn't have to be about me, just anything else but him would be great. I hate that.
No, I fully agree.
That kind of like so cocky and about yourself type of person, I can't stand. It doesn't matter who you are.
Or like you're like, oh, what do you do for work? And then they say it and then just are quiet. And you're like,
people
so
like
you don't
that,
want to
if
know.
you're not George Clooney, then you need to shut up. Like, just shut your mouth.
Even George. Try me, George.
And George wouldn't do that because he's
George
great.
would never. He's a gentleman. I'm assuming.
Also, I saw a recent photo of him and I don't understand.
Is that your that's not my person. I get it.
What?
Like, I get George Clooney. Like, he's very handsome and like he's aged very well, but he's not one of my like, you know what I mean? Like dreamy older.
Okay.
Wait, is that what you're saying?
I was just going to say he looks great for his age.
Oh yeah, but you picked him, so I'm assuming is he one of your
He just came in my head.
top? Oh, okay. Just gonna roll past. Okay, so what about what people are looking for? A lot of people said like good taste in music, or just like general like topics, like when you have similar
interests.
Yeah, gosh, I could not think.
I know. I was like, ooh,
that
she's struggling.
sentence.
Someone who's kind and empathetic, you're going to go through a lot of crap, especially when you're married. So it's important that they're empathetic.
Yeah,
and
that's
kind.
good. Someone who likes to laugh and who challenges me. I really like that. I have to. There has to be banter.
Yeah.
I have a really hard time if it's just very like literal conversation. I think there's obviously time and place for that. But especially like the first date, like, and my personality, like I'm very like light and I want to like laugh and have fun conversations. And if he's not responding to that, like not even like a slight chuckle at what I'm saying, then I like, that's not it for me. I have to be able to laugh with someone.
Someone who is selfless. Love that.
Eye contact. That's a good one. Eye contact honestly makes me a little bit nervous.
I love eye contact.
I love it, but I'm like,
that is one of the things I love to try on first dates is to just not awkwardly or uncomfortably, but like if they can't keep my eye contact, then they can't handle dating me.
Yep.
Great listener.
Yes. Ooh, that's a good one.
This person writes, really nice hands.
Sure. I don't know if I have like you know, some people are like, I'm really into arms or like backs or whatever. I don't really have that.
Oh, mine is arms. I
mean, I
love arms.
I can appreciate arms and I'll be like, ooh, he has nice arms.
I will hold
them all day. But there's not like a specific thing.
Bite them.
Okay, Ash. Somebody's getting a little fired up over here. Yeah, it's interesting. It's like the same with like slightly different things most people did. Ooh, good with kids. That's one for me. If I see a guy interacting with kids and he's like really like playful and fun, like that definitely gets my motor running. What's yours, Ash?
I need someone who is good at communicating.
Yeah.
And just outgoing. Just like talkative. Can like fill the void for me / I can walk into a party and feel confident with them like on my arm because I know like I can lean on them if I need to. Yeah. That's a big one for me.
I think for me, like I like when I just can feel when someone's into me. Like I like when there's no question, there's no games. Like it's just the most genuine interaction, because I'm that type of person. Like I put all my like cards out on the table. I like, you can just tell by my like face, my body language, everything when I'm like into someone.
Yeah.
So I like when it's the same, because it's like, I don't know, it just feels, I love that feeling when you're like watching someone watch you and you're like,
That's what I meant.
you're crushing on me.
I feel
you know
like
what I mean?
I sounded very cocky. I said this once when I said I love showing up to a date just a few minutes behind them so that they can watch me walk in.
Yeah.
Because of that. Like, I love being able to see when they're into it.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good and makes me have a good rest of the day.
Yeah. It's cute.
It's very cute.
It's cute. Well, to all you lovers out there, good luck.
Good luck out there.
Good luck out there. It's a rough time to be single. Not gonna lie.
Rough stuff out there.
Not gonna lie.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and get into today's story. We're only doing one since we had so much fun with the like Instagram polls.
Also, this is probably because you know how like we've tried to do theme episodes and we're like looking for like,
yes,
oh, we need one that has to do with like family or whatever. This by far would be like the easiest topic we'd have to find, because everyone writes in about love, dating,
relationships is our number one topic, I guess, as a podcast. Yeah. So finding an email was not hard.
Yeah.
But this one is titled, this one's anonymous.
Okay.
Obby. This one is titled An Online Dating Dilemma.
Online dating. Let's go.
Online dating.
I hate online dating.
Well, this is perfect. Hello, ladies. Obviously, I'm going to start with saying that I love you both so, so, so much. You have brought me endless joy, and I share your podcast with guys, girls, young, old, literally everyone. She writes, ha, ha, ha.
Wow, I love that.
So let's get into it. You can call me anonymous. I am an Enneagram 9 Wing 1. In parentheses, she put, Ashley, meet your twin.
No, I was just going to say twins.
Hello.
Internal twins.
Internal twins. She writes, I'm from Michigan. I am 27 years old, and I finally jumped on the online dating train during COVID. Honey, we all did.
I feel like I always said I would never, and then COVID hit, and I was like, okay.
You started before me, and I started in 2019.
I didn't start till
you had
COVID.
Me, but I have a YouTube video of you telling me I need to start online dating in 2019.
That was before COVID?
Uh-huh. Because it was me turning 30 and I did a whole concept about it. Or a video concept about it.
Why do I have no memory of that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Never mind. Just ignore the whole passionate rant about like I never would do it, and then COVID
I think
hit.
the thing is, Taryne and I had signed up for dating apps in 2019. Neither of us took it seriously until COVID. Because we were just like, this is just for like and giggles. We're just like goofing off and having fun. But like never actually went on a date. Well, actually I did.
No, that's true because yeah.
And you saw him in person.
No, I didn't. We were going to, and then COVID hit.
Oh.
So it had to have been before.
Or like
what? Who is? Oh, my butt.
Yeah, like that was before. So anyways, just confirming that we have been on the dating apps for a while, but COVID did do something to everyone when all of a sudden we couldn't date like normal.
Yeah, but guy.
If you were single during COVID, it was weird. It was weird. Dating was hard. You were like watching all your friends with their families and you were like, holy crap, how am I supposed to meet someone now?
I just want to clarify, butt guy was not like, he didn't like have a great butt or we did butt stuff. Like he sent me.
Said that.
Well, when you say butt guy,
it's
like
his
what
nickname.
Is butt guy?
Butt guy.
He sent me a picture of himself, his reflection in the mirror, and he said, "Oh my God, look at this crazy bruise I have." But it was just his entire back naked body, and I was like, "What am I looking at? Like, what am I looking at?" So he'll forever go down.
Well.
No, I don't. He scared me. He scared me.
Okay, getting back on track here. She jumped on the online dating train during COVID. She continues. To be honest, I loved it from the start. I know a lot of people like to hate on online dating, but if I'm being very, very honest, I'm not a very outgoing person, and online dating allows me to get out there without actually having to get out there and like go to bars and stuff like that, because I don't like that. I very much relate to that. Like, I hear the 9.
Yeah.
Anyways, I've dated a lot because of it, but nothing ever really stuck until recently. His name is Andrew, and it's a fake name. She wants me to remind everyone, because she tells everyone about our podcast.
Oh, okay.
Like a queen.
Yeah.
He is 31. He's tall. He has a real job, like a career kind of job, and is great at communicating. Like, there are 0 lulls in our conversations. Checkity check and check.
Rare.
And on top of that, he's beautiful, like the man's man kind of beautiful. We've been talking consistently for a couple months now, and I have been seeing him every weekend since we started talking.
Cute.
That means he likes
Can't
you.
get enough.
That means he likes you.
If he wanted to, he would.
Yes and amen.
Y'all.
Now, nothing has happened. We haven't had any kind of conversation making this official. We haven't hooked up yet. We have, however, had some very serious makeout sessions that were pretty incredible and leading me to believe that the hookup will be worth the wait. But here's my dilemma. I like him a lot. Like, seriously, I'm falling for this guy and I want to make it official. But I want him to make it official. I've been waiting very patiently, but I'm starting to wonder if this is something that I should initiate. I've never done this before. I've never asked someone to be official. I've never asked someone out. Every other relationship that I've ever been in, the guy initiated that conversation, and pretty early on. Would love your thoughts on this. Should I continue to wait for Mr. Perfect to make it official, or should I do it myself? Because I'm going to be honest, I can't wait much longer. Anonymous.
Interesting.
So it's the dilemma of wanting to that like traditional romantic ask out the girl situation, or being a little more modern and taking things into your own hands.
Well, okay, wait. Does it say how long? I don't know if I missed that part in the beginning.
Until recently, 31, real jobs, talking consistently, couple months.
Okay.
And has been seeing him every weekend for a couple months.
Okay, my hot take on this is to just like chill, because I think there are a lot of people who there's dating and then there's in a relationship, and a lot of people date longer than some might like. For me, like, I'll want to like be dating for a while before I commit to being like, we're boyfriend and girlfriend, because I'm still trying to get to know who you are. I'm still trying to get to know how we fit without there having to be a we're breaking up conversation if things don't work out.
Right.
Like my first relationship, I think, and it was a little excessive, but we were like dating, kind of like figuring out how we felt for like 5-6 months. And then we were like official and dated for like years. You know what I mean? But I think like some people like enjoy the dating process, and I feel like 2 months isn't like that long.
Yeah.
So I would just kind of like maybe like take a second to be like, okay, but we're still, I mean, everything sounds very positive. So I would be careful not to like rush into the like, I need like a title or this or that if like everything else is going well. There's other conversations you can have of like, hey, like, I just want to know, like, are you dating other people, or like, I just want us to be on the same page.
Yeah.
To kind of like start figuring out where his commitment is. But I feel like 2 months is like, I wouldn't be stressing.
Yeah.
For 2 months,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. My head is all over the place. I want to say a few things. I think I agree with Taryne, especially with online dating. You're going from like complete strangers in every possible way. So sometimes that does take a lot more time. I'm currently, the guy that I'm with, it's the first time I've ever had a relationship from a dating app. And it took me a long time to feel like safe.
Yeah. How long till you guys were official? Yeah. I was going to say.
I think it was about 3. And a lot of people were asking me the same things around the 2-month mark. Like, oh, is this your person? And I was like, I think so, but like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I also am one who I love the dating process, and I don't like to rush it. So I was fine and comfortable with taking our sweet time getting there. However, I do think at your age of 27 and his age of 31, I do think things change when you're older.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of times, especially for me, because there was a big gap in my dating history from my exes to my boyfriend now, I think you are so much more aware of what you will and will not put up with that after 2 months, you probably know.
Yeah.
Like, if he's your person, you're probably 100% right. And I bet he knows too at 31.
Yeah.
You know? So here's what I would say. I would still want, if you really want him to do it, I would start the conversation, but not say it. And I would say something like this. This happened to a friend of mine, and I thought it was like the cutest, like most romantic step forward in a relationship without making it official. And the boyfriend was like, hey, I don't know where you're at in any of this, and no pressure to feel any type of way, but I just want you to know I am not seeing anyone else, and I'm all in.
Yeah.
Take that, let it marinate for a bit, you know? We can talk later.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to let you know, like, I see you, and I'm here, and I'm in this. And I think it's really sexy to take control in that way. And I think it's very much giving them so much confidence and letting them know that you are all in and you're not seeing anyone else because you're taking them very seriously.
Yeah.
And you also like taking the pressure off and saying, hey, but just so you know, this is where I'm at. That's not where you need to be. I just want to let you know.
Yeah.
I think that is the perfect way to start that kind of conversation.
Yeah.
And then maybe in a couple of weeks you do make it official.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's interesting too, because I don't know about you, but I feel like a lot of my friends who are dating, like when we were younger, it was that whole transition of like, you're my girlfriend was like a big deal.
Yeah.
Like they would ask you in like really cute ways. Like it would be this very official type conversation. And I feel like now I've had quite a few girlfriends that were like, I don't know, like we haven't had the conversation, but then like randomly the guy will be like, oh, this is my girlfriend so-and-so. And they're like, huh? So I think like there's like been a shift where I think because everyone tried to make dating like such this casual thing that now it's like, it's really hard to know like, okay, well, what are you into? And like, what are your expectations or not? And okay, well, now it's like hip to be like, I don't need anyone. So like, is it weird if I say I want a boyfriend? Or like, there's just so much like confusion around that area. Yeah. So I feel like sometimes guys just like aren't even aware like, oh, maybe I should like ask them to be my girlfriend or like take that step.
Especially when you're older.
Yeah, it just like feels different, I think. So yeah, I feel like just having the conversations start to open up, but also like if he's like, oh, well, I'm still just like getting to know you, I don't feel like it's not like you've been dating for like 6 months and it's like, well, if he's not.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, like get out. But 2 months, I feel like you're still in that area where I feel like it's safe. Like I'm not seeing red flags, the fact that like he hasn't asked you.
Yeah.
So I feel like playful little conversations or whatever. Or if you want to, just straight up ask him. Like there's nothing wrong with a girl asking a guy.
Also, I was in a very similar situation around the 3-month mark. We hadn't had any kind of conversation.
Yeah.
And I had talked to Taryne about it. I talked to Alicia about it. I was like, guys, I am like in love with this guy and I like want to know, but he's not talking to me about it. And I, in a very 9 way, didn't ask him, but was like, am I your girlfriend one night? Like I just literally asked him and he was like, he like smirked and was like, that sounds about right. And then like grabbed my hand and that was it. Yeah. And it was not this big thing because it didn't need to be because we were like everything we were doing was in a relationship and that was just me confirming. Yeah. I needed a verbal confirmation.
Yeah. I feel like it's the same with her. Like he's showing you how into you he is.
Yes.
So that's why like I wouldn't feel a rush to be, whereas like there's certain people where they're like, sometimes I don't hear from him for 2 weeks. And
That's
so it's
not-
like you
yeah.
want to get some clarification. But for him, he seems like he's showing you all the signs that like
Which
he's
is
in
what
it.
you actually want, really. You know,
So
he sounds like he's in it.
Yeah, I feel like that's. I always tell, even if you want to like skirt around it, it's just a way of like saying, oh yeah, like I don't know how to introduce you. Like, are you my friend? Are you my boyfriend? Like you can be like playful with it if you want to just like bring up the topic, or like you can just like take a step back and just kind of wait for him to make the move if that's important to you.
Yeah.
Or just make the move. Like,
or just make the move. It
got
is
so many
2023.
options. Yeah.
I vote you either tell him straight up because you can and you clearly are falling for him. You said it yourself. Or you do what I said and you just kind of like initiate by saying you are very serious about him.
Yeah.
And just see where it goes from there. I bet if you say that, he'll be like, oh my God, same. And then the conversation will happen immediately, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. I wish, like, I hope we start to, like, let's petition and normalize, like, the cute, cheesy asking of being your girlfriend.
Cute.
That was
I think it's super cute.
Yeah.
And I love the place that you're at right now when you're, like, gushing over someone, but they're still new and you don't know what's going to happen. That's such a fun place to be in. So definitely don't rush it. Enjoy it while you're there. But if you're ready, then I highly, highly suggest you just take matters into your own hands.
Yeah. Were you ever asked out in like a really cute way by one of the guys you dated, or?
I didn't date anyone in high school, and I feel like that's when all the cute asking outs happened.
Oh.
And none of my exes really asked me in a cute way. It was just like, do you want to do this?
You want to do this?
Like, yes.
I will say my ex, like I've talked, there's a lot of things I've shared that like weren't the best about our relationship. But the one thing I will say is he was so creative with like cute dates and like things like that. But I was obsessed. So I'm German and I was obsessed with, there's a holiday in Germany where when you go to sleep, all the guys will go and they put a pot of flowers on the girl's roof that they have a crush on. So like in the morning, the girls like rush out and try to see if there's like flowers on their roof, right? It's like,
how devastating if there's no flowers on your roof.
Literally. I know.
For years. Like, oh my God, that would crush me.
Yes. So I always told him about this holiday and that I thought it was so cute. And so I went on a missions trip with my church. And when I came home, he was with my parents to pick me up. And I was like, oh my gosh, like he's with my parents. Like this feels so official. And we drove back. And then as I was like walking to my door, I looked up and there was flowers on my roof.
Yeah.
So then I was like, what is that? And then he like asked me to be his girlfriend. And it was like so cute. And then we went and watched Ratatouille.
I love Ratatouille.
Theaters. Yeah. It was great. It was cute.
We love love.
I love love.
We love love.
Love. Oof. Yeah. Well, definitely update us on how that goes.
Yeah. I'm very excited for you guys.
I feel very optimistic.
Yeah. And I feel like we handle like a lot more like serious, sad stories. So it was kind of nice to have some positive. So if you guys are starting something fun, like relationship wise, send that in.
Yeah.
Because we need more reaffirming dating stories.
Yes. Okay, I have some Valentine's dad jokes for us.
Of course you do, Taryne.
Of
course you do.
You know, why shouldn't you trust a pastry chef on Valentine's Day?
I'm trying to think of a fun pastry.
Because he'll desert you.
Dang. I was like, croissant.
Oh, I feel like I might have said this one already. Why should you date a goalie?
This is Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
A goalie? I don't know.
Because he's a keeper.
Ugh. Dang it.
So good.
That's not fair. I don't know soccer stuff. Even after Ted Lasso. I don't know that much.
You didn't know what a goalie was?
I know what a goalie is.
Oh, keeper.
I wouldn't have gone with keeper.
Got it. Well, y'all, thank you for joining us for this Valentine's Day. Whether you're single, dating, married, have fun. Just enjoy love. Spend it with your friends.
Love yourself.
Love yourself.
Love your friends.
Love your friends.
Love your neighbors.
I'm just repeating what you're saying at this point. And yeah, send this episode to someone you love and say happy Valentine's Day.
Perfect. If you made it to the Valentine's Day dad jokes, you already know that we love you the mostest. Follow us on socials, on YouTube, on TikTok, and we'll talk to you guys in the next episode, which will be coming out every Monday for the foreseeable future.
Love you all.
Love you.
Goodbye.
Bye.